Hello dear children, how are you all? As you know that we have already completed our chapter in last video. Today we are going to start our new chapter, number 14, water. Children, this chapter is very interesting. You were already very well familiar with the word water and the terms related with that you are learning from your lower classes. In this chapter here, again we are going to learn some process, terminologies and the importance of water in our life. So, before moving further, as we always do, first of all I would like to inform what we are going to learn today. Today we will have one introductory video regarding the chapter as I always give you. After that we will go with the topic, how much water do we use? So children, let us go with an introductory video for the chapter. Try to understand the content which we are going to face in this chapter.
Introduction. Which is that one substance without which survival of life forms on earth would become impossible? Yes, water. Plants wilt and die in the absence of water. Animals and human beings suffer dehydration when their water intake is inadequate. Thus, water is the most important necessity of life. In this lesson, we will learn about this precious commodity in detail. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you'll be able to list some general facts about water, state the properties of water, list the uses of water, explain the concept of water cycle. Water is essential for the survival of all living things, plants, animals, human beings, and other life forms. It covers 70% of our planet in the form of rivers, ponds, oceans, and streams, making Earth appear blue in color when seen from space. In fact, abundance of water has earned Earth the sobriquet, blue planet. Water is tasteless, odorless, and colorless. It dissolves many substances, so it is known as the universal solvent. It exists in nature in three states, that is, solid, liquid, and gas. In solid form, water is known as ice or snow. In gaseous form, water is known as water vapor or steam. But the most common form that water takes is the liquid form. It is in this form that it is known as water. A water molecule is made up of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. That is why water is represented by the chemical formula H2O. We use water for various different purposes. On an average, a human being consumes about 60,000 to 80,000 liters of water in his lifetime. Water is used in households for drinking, cooking, bathing, gardening, washing, and cleaning purposes. Irrigation facilities improve agricultural output and help meet the growing demand for food from a growing world population. Irrigation acts as an insurance against the vagaries of nature. Water is also used in industries for cooling purposes. It is used in many industries as a solvent. It is also used to generate electricity. Besides, recreational activities such as swimming, fishing, sailing, and other water sports require water. 97% of the total water present on Earth's surface is salt water, so it is not safe for household, agricultural, and industrial consumption. The remaining 3% is fresh water, 2/3 of which is frozen in glaciers and polar ice caps. That means roughly 1% of all the water on Earth is available for consumption. It is time to check your understanding. Unscramble the words given in brackets to complete the sentences. Have you wondered how, despite consumption of water by living things on Earth for hundreds of years, the balance of water on the planet has been maintained? It is the water cycle which makes it possible. The repeated changing of water in nature from liquid to gaseous form and then back to liquid form is called the water cycle. There are four main steps in water cycle. They are evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Let us try to understand how the water cycle operates. Water in oceans, seas, rivers, etc. gets heated up by the sun and turns into vapor. This process is known as evaporation. Plants absorb water from the soil. They use a part of this water to prepare their food and release the excess water into the air as water vapor. This process is called transpiration. The water vapor rises up in the air, cools and turns into tiny water droplets. These droplets come together to form clouds. This process is called condensation. When the clouds become too heavy, the water droplets in them fall on earth in the form of rain, hail, sleet, or snow. The process is known as precipitation. The water received by earth as rain, hail, or snow goes into the oceans, seas, rivers, and lakes. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Water is essential for life. Water vapor gets added to air by evaporation and transpiration. The water vapor in the air condenses to form tiny droplets of water which appear as clouds. The tiny droplets come together and fall down as rain, snow, or hail. Rain, snow, and hail supply water to rivers, lakes, ponds, wells, and soil. The water cycle is a natural process of circulation of water from the land to the sky and back to the land again.
So I hope the idea about the importance and uses of water is clear to you. We are going to learn all these things in an elaborate manner in this chapter. Children, you have just now seen different uses of water. It is used for drinking, brushing, washing utensils, clothes, vehicles. You also use it for cleaning, producing electricity, agriculture, gardening. It is also used in industries. Everywhere water is used in a large quantity, and so it is very important to save water. In your textbook, first page, you have learned about the everyday use of water that you use it for cooking, for washing clothes, for different types of activities that you are performing, and the most important is drinking. We really need water for drinking. Our body needs it for different functions to perform smoothly. Now we will see how much water do we use in a day. Children, there is an interesting activity you will have to perform. You should have to write down all the activities that you perform every day, like you can see on table 14.1. Various activities of water that you do, it is written there. Now you will have to write down by yourself how much amount of water is used. You can write it by yourself, and you should calculate the total amount of water used by you. This will be your assignment for today, that you will have to do this table 14.1, and we will discuss it in the next video, the amount of water you are using per day. For example, if you are using drinking, okay, it is asked that you will have to list out activities, and we are doing it individually. But here in the table it is asked for the family, so not only for yourself, you will have to do the calculation for the complete family member. For example, first I can give you the water you need for drinking. Suppose if you have 4 members in your family, so all around you can write down, suppose 4 liter water per person, so you can calculate is 16 liter water, right? So in this way, for other activities also, you calculate the amount of water required by your family member, and in last you will have to do the total. So for an assignment, you will have to complete table 14.1 today, and also do the reading of page number 137 and 138 that we are going to discuss in the next video. Till that time, take care of yourself. Feel free to ask if you have any query. Stay safe, stay home, enjoy online schooling. Thank you everyone.